Dobro jutro, dragi učesnici i gosti Kongresa Balkanska unija fizičara i dobrodošli na 11. po redu Generalnu konferenciju Balkanske unije fizičara. Moje ime je Jelena Aleksić i asistent sam na Departmanu za fiziku Prirodno-matematičkog fakulteta Univerziteta u Nišu. Zadovoljstvo mi je i čast da otvorim ovu konferenciju. U skladu sa protokolom Srpske akademije nauka i umetnosti, koja je glavni domaćin ovog kongresa, zadovoljstvo mi je da pozovem akademika Zorana Popovića, potpredsednika SANU i kopresedavajućeg Međunarodnog savjetodavnog odbora Kongresa. Poštovani akademiče, možete se obratiti publici. Good morning, dear participants and guests of the BPU11 Congress, which is the 11th in the series to the General Conferences of the Balkan Physical Union. Welcome. My name is Jelena Aleksić, and I'm a teaching assistant at the Department of Physics, Faculty of Sciences and Mathematics, University of Niš. I am pleased and honored to be the spokesperson of this opening ceremony. In accordance with the protocol of Serbian Academy of Sciences and Arts, which is the main host of the Congress, I am very pleased to invite academician Zoran Popović, who is the Vice President of the Academy and the co-chairman of the International Advisory Committee of the Congress. Academician Popović, you are welcome to address the audience.
Poštovani predsjedniče Srpske akademije nauka i umetnosti, uvaženi gosti, poštovane kolege, dragi prijatelji, dame i gospodo, meni je veliko zadovoljstvo i čast što mogu da vas pozdravim i da želim dobrodošlicu u Srpskoj akademiji nauka i umetnosti. Srpska akademija nauka i umetnosti je najviša naučna i umetnička institucija u Republici Srbiji, čiji su zadaci, aktivnosti, način organizacije i funkcionisane definisani Zakonom o Srpskoj akademiji nauka i umetnosti. Srpska akademija nauka i umetnosti faktički pod nazivom Akademija postoji od 1. novembra 1886. godine kada je formirana Kraljevska akademija, Srpska kraljevska akademija. Međutim, to nije početak akademske delatnosti u Srbiji, ona počinje 1841. godine formiranjem Srpskog društva srpske slovesnosti, zatim ono se transformiše u Srpsko učeno društvo 1864. godine, da bi 1886. godine najzad formirana akademija, Kraljevska akademija, koja prerasta sa daljim transformacijama u Srpsku akademiju nauka i umetnosti. U svojoj 181-godišnjoj tradiciji Srpska akademija je imala ukupno i ima danas 1500 članova. Kao redovne članove, dopisne članove, počasne članove, inostrane članove i članove vanradnog sastava. Među njima bilo je nekoliko nosilaca najprestižnije Nobelove nagrade. Ja ću vam samo pomenuti nekoliko njih, pre svega Ivo Andrić, naš akademik, zatim Vladimir Prelog, Lavoslav Ružička, Piotr Leonidović Kapica, Mihajl Aleksandrović Šolohov, Aleksandar Isijević Solženjicin, Časlav Miloš, Rože Gilman, Torsten Wiesel, Peter Handke. Veliki broj vrlo uglednih svetskih i domaćih naučnika, izdvojio bih Nikolu Teslu, Mihajlo Pupin, Milutin Milanković, Jovan Cvijić, Dmitrij Ivanović Mendeljev, zatim nekoliko veoma poznatih svetskih pisaca kao što su Jakob Grim, Viktor Hugo, Lev Nikolajević Tolstoj, veliki broj svetskih artista, odnosno umetnika kao što su Antonin Dvořák, Dmitrijević Šostaković, Henry Moore, tako dalje. Danas Srpska akademija nauka i umetnosti ima 98 redovnih članova, 31 dopisni član, 78 inostranih članova i 10 članova vanradnog sastava. 11. internacionalni kongres Balkanske fizičke unije je organizovan od ove kuće zajedno sa fakultetima, prirodno-matematičkim fakultetima iz Niša, Novog Sada, Kragujevca, Prištine sa privremenim sedištem u Kosovskoj Mitrovici, zatim Fakulteta za matematiku i fiziku Beogradskog univerziteta, Matematičkog instituta Srpske akademije nauka, Evropskog fizičkog društva i SINET MTP centra. I ja se koristim na priliku da se u ime svih organizatora vama zahvalim na prisustvu ovoj ceremoniji otvaranja konferencije. Akademija je posebno počastvovana time što može da ugosti učesnike Kongresa Balkanske fizičke unije, baš zato što ceni i daje veliki značaj i važnost saradnji među istraživačima i onim edukatorima u okviru fizike na Balkanu i takođe podvlače da ova manifestacija dalje razvija mir i prijateljstvo između naroda Balkana. Na konferenciji koju danas otvaramo ukupno ima više od 450 učesnika. Od njih koji dolaze iz 30 različitih zemalja sa 4 kontinenta. U okviru konferencije sledeća 4 dana bit ćete u prilici da pratite 13 plenarnih predavanja, 21 pozivno predavanje, 109 predavanja koje se saopštavaju oralno i 159 poster prezentacija. Zatim da pristuje specijalni sesiji koja se zove Frontier i takođe organizovano je 5 okruglih stolova i 2 radionice za nastavnike fizike. Želim vam uspešnu konferenciju i prijatan boravak u Akademiji i Beogradu. Dear President, distinguished guests, dear colleagues, friends, ladies and gentlemen, it is a great honor for me to welcome all of you to the Serbian Academy of Sciences and Arts. The Serbian Academy of Sciences and Arts is the highest scientific and art institution in the Republic of Serbia. It develops and encourages science, organizes and promotes basic and applied scientific research, encourages and promotes artistic activity. The Academy is an institution of the special national importance, which status, tasks and activities are defined by the law on the Serbian Academy of Science and Art. The name of the Academy was officially introduced by the law of November 1st, 1886, but it was not the actual beginning of the Academy's work in Serbia. The formal founding of the Serbian Royal Academy was only one of the turning points in the development of learned societies in Serbia. The Academy inherited the property of the Serbian Learned Society and continued its work. The Serbian Learned Society was, however, only the short-term extension of the suspended Society of Serbian Letters. Thus, the development of Serbian Academy of Sciences and Arts cannot be presented without the learned society that preceded it and from which it originated. Throughout its 181-year history, the Academy has had about 1,500 members, including full, corresponding, honorary, foreign, and non-resident members. They have included Nobel Prize winners such as Ivo Andrić, Vladimir Prelog, Lavoslav Ružička, Piotr Leonidović Kapica, Mihail Aleksandrović Šolohov, Aleksandar Isijević Solzhenitsyn, Časlav Miloš, Rože Gilman, Torsten Wiesel, Peter Handke. Renowned Serbian and world scientists such as Nikola Tesla, Mihailo Pupin, Milutin Milanković, Jovan Cvijić, Dmitri Ivanović Mendeleev, great world writers such as Jakob Grimm, Victor Hugo, Lev Nikolaevich Tolstoy, great artists such as Antonin Dvorak, Dmitry Dmitrievich Shostakovich, and Henry Moore. SASA currently has 98 full, 31 corresponding, 78 foreign, and 10 non-resident members. The 11th International Conference of the Balkan Physical Union is organized by the Serbian Academy of Science and Arts, Faculty of Sciences and Mathematics, University of Niš, Faculty of Physics, University of Belgrade, Vinci Institute of Nuclear Sciences, Faculty of Mathematics, University of Belgrade, Mathematical Institute for Serbian Academy of Sciences and Arts, Faculty of Sciences, University of Kragujevac, Faculty of Sciences, University of Novi Sad, Faculty of Sciences and Mathematics, University of Pristina in Kosovska Mitrovica, CNET NTP Center, European Physical Society, and Institute of Physics, University of Belgrade. On behalf of all organizers, I would like to express my most sincere gratitude for your presence in this opening ceremony. The Academy is especially honored to host BPU11 Congress because we are aware of the importance of collaboration and mutual assistance in research and education among physicists in Balkans, and of peace and friendship among the Balkan people. At the BPU11 Congress, the international scientific community is represented by more than 450 scientists, early-stage researchers, and students from 30 different countries, from 4 continents. During the next 4 days, you will be able to attend 13 plenary lectures, 21 invited talks, 109 oral presentation, and 159 poster presentation. Special frontier session, 5 round tables, and 2 workshops for teachers. I wish you a successful conference and a pleasant stay in our academy and Belgrade. Thank you.
Thank you, Academician Popovic, for such welcoming words. It is my honor and a great pleasure to invite Dr. Goran Đorđević, the President of the Balkan Physical Union and our professor at the Department of Physics, Faculty of Sciences and Mathematics at University of Niš, who is also the co-chairman of the BPU11 International Organizing Committee, to come to the stage. Professor, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Jelena, for announcement. Thank you, everybody, for coming here. At the beginning of my presentation, I would like to introduce, because it's a rare opportunity, to present the history and some activities of the Balkan Physical Union. At least existence and work for more than 30 years in our region, it's I would say, a great achievement. And the last few years, I think we had something. And I also hope that this meeting here will be a proper continuation of the ideas of the establisher of the Balkan Physical Union. So, if I would not go back to 50s and 60s, tradition of the Balkan cooperation in many fields of activities, in sports, science, education, etc., was very active. As you can see here, the idea to establish the Balkan Physical Union appeared at a congress of the physicists of Yugoslavia in Pristina in 1985, with Professor Alexander Milojevic and Professor Ion Ursu from Romania, also supported by Professor Bek Huzarov. 2 years later, the first Balkan Physical Union Council had its meeting in Bucharest when the constitution was signed, with Albania, Bulgaria, Greece, Romania, and Yugoslavia, and just a bit later, formally, with Turkey as a founder. Here also is a piece of history. This is original first constitution with the signatures of the people who made this union, and the cooperation on the more formal level started. The current member countries, Albania, Bulgaria, Cyprus, Greece, Moldova, Montenegro, North Macedonia, Romania, Serbia, and Turkey. By the way, I would like to thank to the Executive Secretary of the Balkan Physical Union, Dr. Kostas Vorliac, for helping me to make this presentation. It's a pleasure here to host three of the former president. Here we have Professor Ivan Lalo from Bulgaria, We have here Professor Victor Chupina from Romania and Professor Alexander Petrov from Bulgaria. What is very good, and I hope that this tradition will continue, except Professor John Ursu, who passed away, all former Balkan Physical Union presidents are very alive and very active, so I hope that with the future former Balkan Physical Union presidents, situation will be a similar one. So let's mention Professor John Ursu, the first one, Professor Agdeniz, Professor Zarefos, Professor Metin Arik, and Professor Yashim Oktem. I modified a little bit the original presentation, so it's the future former presidents, it's Professor Goran Đorđević, it's me. The conferences. For many years, the main activity of the Balkan Physical Union was so-called general conferences, and you can see that it started in Thessaloniki in Greece in 1991. It was continued in Turkey, Romania, Bulgaria, Vrnjačka Banja, Serbia in 2003, and continued by Istanbul, Alexandropolis, Constanza, Istanbul, Sofia, and we are continuing here. This is not visible here, but you know that we are in Belgrade. So, what I think it's important is that we succeeded, even during pandemic, to establish Balkan Physical Union as a legal entity with the headquarters, with all things is necessary for a normal functioning, and University, Aristotle University in Thessaloniki offer us free of charge all these facilities with the great help of colleagues from Thessaloniki and from Greece. All this decision was made anonymously, and I think that this is a very good basis so that Balkan Physical Union would be not just an organization or a union or a company of people with a goodwill, that also possibility to continue and to work as a real organization with statute, with the headquarters and its budget. Here I'm very happy and very proud that idea that started almost in the beginning, that as mathematician to have the Balkan Physics Olympiad, was implemented in 2019 with colleagues from Thessaloniki as the main host, chaired by Dr. Kostas Vourlias. Unfortunately, COVID pandemic didn't allow to have it on site, but we have two online. The second one was in Craiova in 2020. The next one was in Sofia in 2021. You have here the participating countries in the first edition with 37 participants. And the forthcoming one will be from October 7 to 9, which will be in the hybrid way. It will be hosted in Cyprus, and we expect 16 countries and almost 80 participants. So it's a good trend. Finally, I would not like to take a lot of your time, but it's a rare opportunity for such audience to say a few words which is related to the regional cooperation and the capacity building. Last 20 years, I was surrounded, and I tried to contact people of the goodwill with a strong interest in, first of all, theoretical and mathematical physics, now in all physics, to do cooperation in the regional level. Balkan region has a rich history, and it was never boring to live and to work on the Balkan. You know very well, all of you from here. And also what we discovered is that we share, despite that we have some different languages, etc., we have very similar mentality, very similar culture, very similar emotion, and that we should be proud of that as the basis for advancing on that. Let me tell that there are a lot of people around, not just on the Balkan, that want to support us and to work with us. So today we have the director of CERN for Research and Computing, Professor Joachim Nich. Thank you very much for coming here. Professor Tsismelis, Professor Svikas, who are also from CERN. We have a great support from the European Physical Society, represented today with the General Secretary, Mr. David Lee. The President of Berger will be with us in 2 days. And last but not least, there is a group of the people from the Department of Physics niche and a group of the people from the Faculty of Physics. They did a big job these days. And I can say that all institutions that were invited here, that was mentioned by Professor Popovic, accepted and greatly contributed that, with the Academy as a leading partner in all of that. So thank you very much to all colleagues, physicists, mathematicians, who did a great job here. And finally, I would like to excuse, because the chair of the local organizing committee decided to postpone the registration. So unfortunately, you don't have a material now to have a look, but you will have just after the opening, and there will be a coffee break when I think you will be able to be introduced better with the program. Professor Popovic, Academician Popovic, give almost all information. And last but not least, thank you, Mr. Adrian Fikes, our colleague physicist and director of Cultural Forum, who supported this exhibition of the scientific and artistic poster made by colleagues from CERN and from Serbia, and also supported by Austrian embassy here. Sorry that my presentation took so long, and please enjoy in the conference and all social events around. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Đorđević, for a very informative and inspiring speech. Now, I would like to introduce Professor Joachim Nich, the Director of Research and Computing at CERN. Dear Professor Nich, we wish to thank you for your support. We are also greatly honored by the fact that you succeeded in being present at the Congress. Professor Nich, the stage is yours.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much for the nice introduction, and thank you very much for the invitation. It's really a pleasure for me to be again here in Belgrade and also to talk to you. I guess most of you know about CERN. We are an international organization, or to be more precise, intergovernmental organization, and we are working on science, international science, and collaboration across the world. Actually, all countries in the southeastern part of Europe, and also all BPU member countries, do have a relation to CERN. Some of them are member states, some of them are associate member states, and with others we do have collaboration agreements. Now, we just learned about the tradition of BPU, which started almost 40 years ago, the first ideas. We are here at the 11th Congress of the Balkan Physical Union. Now, CERN, I think, has been supportive to BPU throughout its history, and I'm also glad to see the CERN logo on the poster of this conference here. Now, and I can also promise you that we'll continue to be supportive to BPU, because I think that we do share the same values, CERN and BPU, the value of scientific, peaceful scientific collaboration, of fundamental science to the benefit of mankind. And we'll continue to do that. And I think these days it's maybe even more important than ever to do that. I would have one remark, which is not in my little notes that I've prepared. I'm really glad to see so many women among the participants here. And I think, and I can give this to you back, there you have a real advantage as compared to CERN and most of our member states and participating countries. So you should build on that and continue on that. So I want to stop here by thanking you again and wishing you a very successful and interesting meeting here. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Professor Nig, for a nice speech. Now, please welcome to the platform Mr. David Lee, the long-term Secretary General of the European Physical Society and a dear and highly valued supporter of the Balkan Physics Community and Union. Mr. Lee, the microphone is yours.
Good morning. I'm David Lee. I'm the Secretary General of the European Physical Society. I don't get a lot of chance to stand up in front of people and talk. I think I actually do this. So, the European Physical Society was created in 1968 to promote physics and physicists in Europe. We do lots of things, or we're involved in lots of things. We're involved in education, we're involved in career development, we're involved in equal opportunity. But the main mission, the real reason why the European Physical Society was created, was to promote cooperation and collaboration in Europe. The European Physical Society was the first social network in Europe in physics. That's the easiest way I've found to try and describe what the EPS is and what the EPS does. We've been working with the Balkan Physical Union since 1985 for those two principal missions, cooperation and integration. Professor Ursu was one of the founders of the BPU, was also one of the first presidents of the European Physical Society. Goran and I have been discussing this conference, this particular conference, since at least 2017. And we've been working closely to finally make this event happen. So it's my immense pleasure to say thank you. I get to say thank you to a whole bunch of people for all of your support in organizing this. First, my thanks go to the Serbian Academy of Science and Arts. Their political and organizational support, including financial support, are key to the success of this event. Next, my thanks go to all of the institutes, faculties, and departments of physics in Serbia. In addition to financial support, you are providing the content, the participants, and the enthusiasm that's really going to make this a wonderful event. A special thanks goes to the Serbian Mathematical Institute and the Faculty of Mathematics, because they've been providing a lot of material support for this conference. In addition to the European Physical Society, the conference has been supported by a lot of other European and international organizations. These include CERN, CNET MTP, ICTP in Trieste, the Central European Initiative, and of course the EPS. Finally, I'd like to thank Goran. Goran has been working, as I say, for at least 5 years on this event. We've talked about it on multiple occasions. We were up until about 2 o'clock yesterday morning talking about the conference to make sure the conference was going to be a success. He was up early this morning at 6 o'clock giving an interview to the Serbian TV stations. So throughout the 4 days that you're here, think about Goran, think about his success, and thank you. Welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Lee, for such a wonderful speech. We are now moving forward towards the prettier part of the opening ceremony. It's my great pleasure to invite Professor Dr. Snežana Pajović, the Director of the Institute of Nuclear Sciences Vinča, the Institute of National Importance, to the stage.
Uvaženi predsjedniče Akademije, uvaženi akademici, koleginice i kolege, dame i gospodo, posebno mi je zadovoljstvo i privilegija da se obratim ovom skupu. Takođe, posebna je čast i privilegija svim saradnicima Instituta Vinča da budu značajan deo ovog skupa, jer mislim da ovakvi skupovi u stvari predstavljaju prave načine i prave mehanizme kako ćemo, razmenjujući sopstvene ideje i znanja, postati deo jedinstvenog evropskog obrazovnog i naučnog prostora, što već u suštini jesmo, imajući u vidu kriterijume i principe koji se primenjuju u našem radu. A sada mi dozvolite da nastavim na engleskom. Ladies and gentlemen, I am very privileged and honored to welcome you in the International Conference of the Balkan Union, Physical Union, it is very important, on behalf of the Vinci Institute of Nuclear Sciences. The Vinci Institute was established in 1948, and for almost 75 years it has been one of the largest and one of the most important institutes, both in former Yugoslavia and nowadays in the Republic of Serbia. It is founded, first of all, by Pavle Savić and Robert Wallen from Netherlands as an Institute of Physics, but soon all nuclear sciences started developing it. Later, from the Vinci scientists, resources emerged in the Institute of Physics, Zemun, and the Faculty of Physical Chemistry, Belgrade. Nowadays, the physicist community in the Vinci Institute is the third largest in Serbia, with the physicists engaged in both in fundamental and applied research also. The long tradition of nuclear radiation physics, different fields of nuclear physics, and environmental protection makes the Vinci Institute a peer of the Serbian economy in the field of application. It is very interesting. Vinci's physicists, along with more than 500 other scientists of the Institute, participate in multidisciplinary and interdisciplinary projects based on the chemistry, molecular biology, molecular genetics, physical chemistry, biochemistry, and technical and technological sciences. As such, the Institute is recognized as a multidisciplinary institute of national importance of the Republic of Serbia. We obtain again accreditation of the government as the National Multidisciplinary Institute, which is the largest in the Republic of Serbia. The Vinci Institute is taking part in organizing of the conference with pleasure. My colleagues include in about 8 sections, maybe more, but they have 15 lectures and many posters. This congress is the perfect opportunity for the scientists for the Institute to present their multidisciplinary work, strengthen and existing and establish new collaboration with the colleagues from the Balkans and other European countries. I said at the beginning, it is the best way how to exchange our knowledge, ideas, how to creation joint the projects. Network in the science and education is very important. But one advantage is I have to mention have Institute Vinci. At the same time, we development different scientific research, such as molecular biology, first of all physics, physical chemistry, chemistry, biochemistry, information technology, different technological sciences, radiation protection, environmental protection, and we have a second part who is a very close connection with the market. In this way, we have all conditions to be very key factor for the economical stability and prosperity of the Republic of Serbia. At the end, I wish all a successful meeting, of course, and a lot of exchange knowledge, ideas, a lot of discussion, a lot of very good results, and a special wish from myself, please enjoy in a professional and friendly part of the conference. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Pajovic, for a nice speech. Now, let us welcome the Dean of the Faculty of Sciences from the University of Novi Sad, Professor Dr. Milica Pavkov-Hrvojević.
Dear participants of the 11 Balkan Physics Union Conference, distinguished guests, dear colleagues, I'm really pleased to welcome you in the name of the Faculty of Sciences, University of Novi Sad. We have the honor and pleasure to be co-organizer of this conference and to join the club of all eminent universities and cities, which from 1991 until this very day successfully hosted the conference. When I was at my first BPU, now a long time ago, I couldn't assume I will address you as a head of the institution, one of the co-organizer. The Balkan Physics Union Conference was extremely important point to me in my career, as I believe, looking at the faces in the room, for many physicists, from several reasons. First, it was my first international conference, exactly 25 years ago, in beautiful city Cluj-Napoca in Romania. Secondly, I took part in each subsequent one. And third, I made part of my social capital meeting and getting to know physicists from all different universities and cities. One of them is Professor Goran Đorđević, current president of the Balkan Physics Union, thanks to whom we met in person in Belgrade finally, and who was next to all the other colleagues from different institutions, and I would say thanks to people from my faculty. I will use this moment and opportunity. So, Goran Đorđević, who was the driving force of this conference. I believe that we have credit and capacity to gather all of you and to serve as a forum of exchanging ideas, results, and best practices. So I wish you a very successful conference and beautiful time in Belgrade. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Hrvojević, for a great speech. We would also like to use this occasion to publicly thank you and your faculty for your great contribution to the Congress. Dear conference participants, we have reached the end of our opening ceremony, and we would like to offer you some refreshments 2 floors down on the mezzanine. Please help yourselves to some food and drinks. Thank you.